So Matilda's gone crazy, am I right? So before we dive into this particular film, I just want to make a quick point. I kind of wish I didn't know Abigail was a vampire going in. Seriously, imagine not knowing that and just going into this film thinking, okay, they kidnapped her, and then there's some kind of monster, but we don't know that she is the monster, we don't know that she's the vampire. Kind of would have been awesome, but then again, that's kind of the hook of the movie. That's why people go and show up. So there's good and bad there. I kind of wish I didn't know. So if you can, go into this blind. Don't watch this review. I'm actually turning down views. Don't watch this. Go watch it and then come back. It was cool, wasn't it? So this movie was directed by Radio Silence in a post-Scream 5 and Scream 6 world. And I'm sure after reading the script, they couldn't wait to sink their teeth into this. Alright, no more vampire puns. This film stars an ensemble cast, but easily the most memorable characters are none other than Joy and Abigail, our titular victim and monster. But, I mean, who's the real monster here? I'm just making the point. The movie opens with them kidnapping a child. These people are all part of a job to ransom a little girl to a rich man who will pay $50 million just for her safe return. And that, well, that doesn't exactly happen. Right from the beginning, we hear the creative writing on display as Joey uses her skills to dole out exposition on each of the characters that inform us of who they are, why they are, and more importantly, how they'll die. It's also a bottle movie with the majority of the film taking place in an isolated mansion. We get a cast of characters that are actually memorable. They all feel distinct and unique from one another. In my mind, I can imagine the Marine, the cop, the hacker, the driver, the muscle, and the medic. You remember each of them, and that's no easy feat. On top of all that, these aren't good people. They kidnapped a little girl and are planning to ransom her. There's something within us that is already rooting against them. So, when Abigail is revealed to be a vampire, we're all aware that no one is really safe, and I'm kind of surprised at who dies and in what order. There's also a funny point of discussion to be had as far as, well, what kind of vampire is Abigail? Are we talking Twilight, 30 Days of Night, Blade? They ultimately come down with a plan to try and kill Abigail using a stake, although Joey is steadfast that she will not harm a child. She'll just, kidnap her. Hypocrisy aside, the fact that we're able to root for anyone in this movie is crazy because no one is really a good person. The enemy of my enemy is my friend comes up a lot, specifically in the climax, which I won't spoil, but I will say, it's unexpected. This movie also feels like very much an anti-Ready or Not. I did hear someone make that comparison. Whereas in that film, it's all against one, and the one is, very much clearly the victim. In this particular instance, it's arguable that the vampire is the seeker. She is the predator in this, slowly picking off one by one each of our ensemble cast, our main characters, if you will. This movie has a lot of fun with gore and blood along the way with, vampire lore. Hey, I rhymed. A lot of the stuff in this film is practical. Alicia Weir, aka Matilda, aka Abigail, is very much clearly the standout. She's having a lot of fun, and also, fun fact, she did a lot of the wire work herself. When you see her running across beams, that's actually her, which, you know what, good for you. This movie is a lot of fun, and I definitely recommend that you watch it with friends. That said, it's a 7.5 for me, but what did you think? Go and let us know down below, we'd really appreciate it. Also, what's your favorite vampire film? It better not be Twilight. Go and let us know down below, and yeah, we'll catch you all next time. We'll see everybody.